Okay, go left. Yeah,
here we go then.
You are. Time you run, please.
Shake off, run to the bottle bank, and recycling all that wrapping paper. Premier 15s is back, and it's Harlequins against Bristol.
And just hold. Thank you. Oh. And move, please.
There's Chloe Edwards. Wearing one today.
And roll away, please.
And playing both the number 1 and the number 3 shirt, Lucy Packer. First box kick since that final at Eden Park. Column inches written about her, but she performed exceptionally well in that World Cup final.
Let go, let's go, turn over. And let go now, White. Turn over, first player on her feet.
And immediately Harlequins have turned that ball over. Here's Robinson.
And move.
She wasn't involved, the open side for Harlequins. She's going to have a work cut out today, isn't she? Robinson up against Malloy.
Thank you.
And Manon Johns just missing out on World Cup selection.
Move, please, keep moving.
There's Emily Robinson again. Scott. Bryony Cleal.
Great work, thank you.
The new player at the club from Was.
Don't go in that.
Thank Lenny Corson, who's on the bench today. Strange seeing Bryony Cleal in quarters, isn't it? The black and Was. Tuima. Rachel Burford today.
And move.
To the veteran.
Keep moving. Balls out, balls out.
Just put the foot on the brake.
Use it, please.
Just seeing already the two contrasting styles of play. Harlequins had a little probe, early doors, get rid of it straight away, wanted to play down in a decent area, giving the ball back to Bristol and just weren't able to keep hold of it like they normally are so good at.
Not now.
Monica Bonner took the
and tackle, let go.
Box kick from Lucy Packer, young winger. Had some issues with availability of sevens players and injured sevens players. And here's that width that Bristol love to play with. Back inside for Amber Reid, and it's Snowsill. Malloy. So many caps between them. Simi Pam can't take it, and Lucy Packer may have an opportunity here. Langi Tuima boots a ball. 50-22. It's just bounced the wrong way, isn't it?
Goal line drop.
Courtney Knight dots down. Long run back, wasn't it?
Sorry, Johnny, it's unlucky, isn't it? That takes another bounce, and it's 50-22. But just, again, this is just Bristol DNA. This is exactly how they play. A couple of short options. Amber Reid decides to take the one out the back. Then it's just a 2-on-1 on the edge. And we will see this all day long from Bristol. Harlequins got to keep their shape, got to keep their width defensively.
Asked to play fullback. Courtney Knight, no Jazz Joyce. No Grace Compton, no Kaylee Powell, all with the GB7 squad. They've got plenty of injuries themselves, so those players unavailable for this one. Here's Jade Conkle-Roberts.
And move, great work, one.
Had a very Conkle-Roberts performance at the World Cup, didn't she? Carried and carried and carried. Speaking of carrying, there's Amy Cockayne. And Scott, Shauna Brown, just an Emily Scott's shoulder, and she gets the ball back again. The fly half kill done. Torley.
No hands now.
The one who's played some sevens.
And move, keep rolling. Great work too.
The firefighter. Deep sea diver. Shot putter. Hammer throw.
And now a tackle, everyone let go.
What's next?
Columnist.
That's the exciting one for me. What comes next?
What's going next is Harlequins putting some real pressure here on the Bristol defensive line. Amber Reid in there, just halting progress for a moment. Nice quick ball for Lucy Packer, isn't it? And there's Roberts, Conkle-Roberts. Double figures in terms of the phases now. Bryony Cleal has another go. Gallagher, nice tip off from her, and it's Cockayne. That combination for club and country again,
great work.
Working well. Such great hands, Rosie Gallagher.
Good. And that's a tackle, everyone let go.
Round that corner.
Sorry, Lucy.
Lucy Packer has to avoid the referee. We'll get into that in a moment. That's forward from Kildun.
Forward pass. I don't get in line very often.
Harlequins are denied.
That's right.
We haven't said Merry Christmas to this man yet, have we, Wayne Barnes? As we'll see this replay and then say hello to him.
Oh, it's brilliant build-up play from Harlequins. Like you say, the speed of ball that Lucy Packer is able to get. Harlequins prior to this game have had the slowest ruck speed of all teams in the competition so far. But yeah, Freya Orkin just got to hold her feet on the edge there. Got to give a passing channel. Ellie Kildun will hit that every day of the week, but everybody just got ahead of themselves.
No, he's done 101 tests, Wayne Barnes. He's now got that experience to referee in this league. Short walk up from home for Wayne Barnes.
Perfect, thanks, Claire.
There he is. Making a debut. He has not made a debut in refereeing a league for some time, but his first Premier 15s game here. It's good for the game, right?
I think it's brilliant. I think we saw it earlier in the competition. Ian Tempest, I think, was refereeing up in Gloucester. It's fantastic for our game. Look, this is the best league for the women's, probably in the world, but certainly, obviously, in this country. We want the best referees, whatever sex they are, refereeing the games as well.
Okay, balance at every stage. Just to the left, please, thank you.
On commission.
Balance every stage.
It's an area that Harlequins have really struggled with this season. Especially as you see there from the statistics. Other end of that spectrum.
Set. Stay.
Marston. She so often does. Such an important carrier for Bristol.
No, my fault.
In defensive areas like this, but also in offensive areas as well.
And use it!
There's Kira Bevan. Got quite an important penalty, didn't she, in the World Cup, Kira Bevan?
Great first scrum, really positive, thank
you.
Very,
very good. Lots of bottle held then. But yeah, just pressure on Bristol at the moment. Harlequins have come out, they kept the ball really well when they had the opportunity. Didn't play too much with it, when they're in their own half. They want to come away with points from this passage of play.
And hold, and hold.
Cocaine to Gallagher. Tried and tested combination.
Okay, don't change your mind, no.
Not only in these multicoloured quarters, but also in the white of
back out, get out.
The Red Roses. Stafford told to get out of there, and Harlequins powering on. This is what they've missed. Those World Cup players away. They've got advantage here. Big blind side. They don't need it. They're straight through the middle. And there's absolutely no prize for guessing who it is. It's Amy Cocaine. Hat-trick scorer in a World Cup final.
Advantage. Someone lying underneath you.
And that is try 45 in her 78th appearance in this league.
Decent stats, isn't it? Yeah, I think, look, Harlequins' line-out has always been super strong, and yet another fantastic setup. You know, it was a decent way out, wasn't it? Originating on the 22 or so, but 2/3 of their tries this season have started from a line-out, so the strength is there. Bristol will have known that. And Amy Cocaine, such a classy operator as she is. She'll give all the credit to the girls in front of her, obviously, but they're still just to orchestrate that, stay with it, and then obviously get over the try line in the end.
To Ema. Adds the 2 points as well. Just dismantled here, Bristol, didn't they?
Well, it's the warning shot if Bristol needed one. They've got to be able to get out of that area, because arguably you'd suggest that's a long way out for a driving maul try, but nonetheless Harlequins so well set up to take advantage of it.
Just got really good players in there, haven't you? Cocaine, Gallagher, Brown, can't call Roberts.
And a tackle, get away. Don't hold her in there.
Cleo.
Yeah, I can see.
High-class operators, and
thank you.
Technically, that was an excellent driving maul.
And use it, please.
From Harlequins, outside the 22 this one, so Lucy Packer will go to the skies.
Wait.
She's gone to Scott and Mayhew. Maybe a little bit of room on the outside here for Ellie Kildon, asks
Chest.
Torley just to cut back inside, and the 7-star does exactly that.
And away,
Brown
keep
again,
rolling.
Mulhern
Great work.
with the tackle alongside
And use it, please.
Lady Burns. So Lucy Packer does go to the skies to her opposite number, Kira Bevan, who's got that footwork.
And away.
Everything you want in a scrum half, Kira Bevan.
And
Confidence not an issue.
Thank you.
Snowsill just plants her feet and whips it out to Lark Davis. And a World Cup finalist. Nicely through the hands.
No, let go. You went off your feet.
A big
Thank
part
you.
of what Dave Ward has done, former Harlequin himself, Dave Ward, isn't he, the Bristol women's coach?
Okay, let it go.
The basics, got the culture right last year, he felt. Really improved on the basic skills. Non-catch pass. Pretty happy where the attack is, but set piece that had been wobbling. Anne-Marie. She did everything that she could. It's Grace White, the youngster. Just couldn't take it. Good build up, better from Bristol. Kira Bevan at the forefront.
Yeah, much better from Bristol. Most phases from them yet in the game. Again, just that build-up play, trying to get Amber Reid, Phoebe Murray on the ball. Amber Reid has fantastic ability to ride one tackle, still have her arms free. Just didn't quite pull it off on that one, but Kira Bevan, such a threat on the ball, you know, around the breakdown, definitely.
Okay, same balance, everyone.
And on those kick receipts as well, really, really good feet. Really good feet from her.
Crouch.
So just 25 years of age, and he's closing in on 50 caps for her country. That penalty against Scotland in that crucial ball game. He stepped up and won at the end of the game.
Stay close, thank you. No,
There she is making a textbook tackle. Ring of steel for any youngsters out there.
Stolen. Okay, no, you rip, no problem, just play on.
Emily Scott started the first 2 games at fly half. Bella McKenzie, the Wallaroo, the Australian international, has been number 10 shirt of late, but Emily Scott back there today.
And let go now, you've lost Bristol, you've lost. Great work.
Tuima, great footballer, Sarah Bonner. Clean and Mulhern seem to have hurt Bryony Cleal. We have to look at that.
Ripped, play on, ripped.
Barnsley, we've got head contact.
Okay, she's up. You go back if necessary.
We'll get it ready for you if we go back.
Knocked that ball on, just handed the ball back to Harlequin. Scott Robinson saw her coming though, Burns, and it's a good initial tackle, but Tuima's coming in. Secured that ball for Harlequins. The officials, we can hear in our ears, are waiting to look at that high tackle, but both players back up on their feet, said Wayne Barnes, so we are playing on.
And use it!
It's complete control at the moment, Harlequins. Playing at their tempo, their pace.
Back we go, okay, there's a high tackle back here, put it on the screen,
yep.
please.
We've got the angles ready for you.
Coming back for the high tackle.
Upright player.
3 Bristol is upright.
Okay, so upright 3, head on head.
It's shoulder on head.
Shoulder on head, but it's an absorbing tackle.
I agree.
We'll take that, and the yellow card?
Yes, Barnsley, I agree. It's 3 Bristol.
3. Must lower your height, please. Just here.
Absorbing tackle, the vocabulary used by Wayne Barnes.
I just thought she did respond, and I wasn't quite sure if it was in or out, if I'm honest. 10-metre line for that?
Yeah, look, there's
yeah,
no
just
doubt
in
that
front of the 10-metre line.
Ellie needs to to bend at the hips. That's one of the key factors, isn't it? What they look for. There's clearly no bend at the hips. There's clearly head contact made. But as you say, absorbing the tackle was the phrase used, so potentially knocks it down a level of danger. But just on the process, happened quickly. I love how quickly that process happened. You know, Bristol have obviously got to think about their reshuffle now and what that looks like, given a front row replacement, etc.
The point I would make, and
when you're ready.
it's a point I think quite a lot of people make, is that if we are seriously going to reduce the level of the contact, those players have to be lower, and she simply wasn't. If we're going to stamp it out once and for all, which rugby needs to, then does need to be the bend in there. But it's a yellow card, so Bristol down to 14. There's been a couple of changes.
Who's in? Yeah. No. Oh, get out.
Sims on.
Yes.
Lindy has just joined that
Now you
rock.
have, now you have.
Initially told to get well out of the way. Now the Australian international fully in the mix with Amy Cockayne in there, isn't she, as well, driving the bus. Over that 22, and Chloe Edwards at the front, the spearhead, if you like.
That's once.
It's better from Bristol, though, but look at all that ground that Harlequins have made up already. And they still go on. And on. Real statements here in the opening quarter of this game from Harlequins. Packer, Tuima, Scott. They switched places. And Torley came in off her wing. She's knocked it on. There's no moment for pause here.
I think there is for those Harlequins forwards who are absolutely exhausted on this near side.
And then you see the backs on the far side here. Bristol running it out of their own 22. To get the penalty. Literally everything at the moment, apart from a couple of drop passes, are going the way of the quarters.
Oh, look, it's a really smart decision by Harlequins. They know Bristol have just lost a front row. They know they've got that upper hand in the line-out. We saw that from the previous try. I thought it could have potentially been the longest driving maul try in history, potentially, the way they were going. But just so good from them, and Bristol now, they have to change something. They have to be able to deal with that better than they are doing, especially for this 10 minutes where they're down to 7 in the pack.
Because it's going to be a very, very long afternoon
2 meters
otherwise. We get another opportunity here, Harlequins. And again, it's that Red Roses combination. 9 in the 2 teams here today.
That is once. That is once.
Added to that the Scots and the Welsh as well. So Bonner and Conkle Roberts, Bevan and Snowsill. Same result here for Harlequins. Conkle Roberts is in there. Harlequins are over again. And it's that lady again. Amy Cockayne. She loves a try. Loves a driving line-out try. Second try for Harlequins. Second try for the Red Roses hooker.
Okay, don't give away a silly penalty on those line-out settings.
There was an inevitability about that, wasn't there? As soon as the penalty was conceded, as soon as they kicked to the corner. Again, the setup, it's so good. You hear Wayne Barnes, the referee, saying that's once. So often you can see scrum halves diving in, trying to get that out, trying to play it. She knows the strength of this pack. They just rebuild themselves, just get that nudge on around the corner. And again, it's just patience.
Barnesy tries good.
Can't confess to knowing a huge amount about it, but it's more patient you are, the more you're able to just stick with each other. And Amy Cockayne is the very, very best at it.
Her scoring a hat-trick last season, in fact, against Bristol. So she's got some form in this area. This is Amy Cockayne. couple of tries when Harlequins the crown champions. It's not settling really here at this club since lots of rugby IQ has moved away, the likes of Tony Dipros and Gary Street, Karen Findlay, Atlanta St John. This lady now steering the ship, and glad to see she's recovered from a nasty dose of COVID for Amy Turner. But a very, very skillful player.
Line out.
Scrum half and hooker for her country.
Very, very skillful. Yeah, she was part of the squad when I first joined, and she was one of the players I looked at with an open mouth, just in awe of the things that she was able to do. Phenomenal career, and I'm sure she'll go on to have a very, very successful one if her coaching is anything like her playing.
It does take a while, doesn't it, to get the feet under the desk. Dave Ward is certainly finding that. Marston heading towards that 22. Snowsill. Reed, lovely pass. Flat and fizzing, wasn't it, from Amber Reed?
And away, please.
Overlooked by Simon Middleton for the World Cup. Burns.
Stolen.
Now Abby Ward. Pelvis injury, hamstring
Bring them
trouble
on,
for her.
Yep.
Sarah Byrne as well got a shoulder complaint.
And away.
2:15s clashing on that halfway line. Murray. Grace White. Stafford.
Let go.
Good angle, wasn't it, from the second row. Out to in, and then Murray takes it again, and that's where she's dangerous. Very physical player. Runs a lovely line. Simi Pam has had the ball ripped out of her hands by double tackle of Shauna Brown and Amy Cockayne. They just can't keep hold of the ball, and that's what they need to do at the moment, Bristol. Just feel they just need to calm themselves down.
Yeah, a couple of brilliant strips in there. One on that far side initially. Amy Cockayne, Shauna Brown in there. Yeah, it's just Shauna Brown getting in there, hustling. Just not giving anybody an easy opportunity. Again, Amy Cockayne, you could argue potentially, I'm sure Simi Pam will argue, her knees are on the ground, therefore the tackle's complete, but a knock-on given nonetheless. And the thing that, you know, we praise Bristol for, and the thing that is such a strength of theirs normally, and their ability to keep hold of the ball, we've just not seen that yet. We've seen a bit of variety in their play. Tough for them now, down to 14 players. But they've just got to keep a hold of that ball better.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So Shauna Brown has had to go into tight head.
Keep high. Keep high.
With
Yes, please.
Bryony Cleal
Yes,
off for a
please,
head
both
injury
down.
assessment, rightly so. Caitlin leaning on the flank.
Ball is out. Hands away, hands away.
Emily Scott barking orders, clapping, wanting that ball, wanting that pace on the ball. Tuima, that's why. They saw that dog leg, they saw a couple of forwards in there, and you've got the likes of Tuima and Kildun. Cockayne, look at the skill level, off balance, teetering backwards, still puts in an exemplary pass. Scott. Just testing and probing Quins. Looking for that chick. Lucy Packer has found it down the short side. Formerly a Wales Sevens representative. She's got plenty of pace. Kildun comes in to play scrum half. Conquer Roberts.
Tackle now, let go, thank you.
Claire Malloy just can't get her hands anywhere near the ball at the moment, such is the ruck work of Harlequins. Building nicely. Fifth time they've been into the 22 Harlequins already. 2 tries up against Bristol. This Premier 15s match. Scott. A short angle, she was missed out. Walken. Sarah Bonner. Edwards, right pick and drive.
Tack all the way.
Chloe Edwards, great servant to this club. Chloe Edwards has been over the years.
No,
Conkle
got someone in
Roberts,
the way. As you come, Bristol.
another firefighter.
But you had a player in your way.
Gallagher couldn't get over the
Be
speed
careful on
bump.
the pick and drive. Stay on your feet too.
Pended somewhat. Sniffing another try here, aren't they? The Harlequins pack. Conkle Roberts is one of them. She's driven over.
I can't see it grounded. Goal line drop. If it's clear, it'll be cleared in the background. I just couldn't see it. Goal line
Wayne
drop.
Barnes. Rushed round,
Just
didn't
make
he?
sure
We'll
she's okay.
have a look now. Couldn't see it grounded. Get the impression from the players around you.
Right, Barnesy,
Yeah.
I can show you a grounding, so we can overturn your on-field decision.
Thanks.
Are you ready to look at the screen?
Yeah, put it on the screen, please.
Claire Hodnott is the television
coming now,
match
can you see it?
official.
Yeah, put it on the screen.
Great
Just
communication
haven't seen
between
it,
her and Wayne
Flag
Barnes
goes over the line.
so far this afternoon. Wayne Barnes is having a wee look at the big screen here.
The ball is down there.
Okay, so you've got clear grounding.
Clear grounding, overturn your on-field decision.
Okay,
Try.
TMO's got a footage of it grounding, so it is a try, okay?
Great spot. Jade Conkle-Roberts, so powerful. And just Harlequins' ability to keep the ball. Most phases of the game so far, but it all starts from that Lucy Packer break. Just has a little sniff around the breakdown, eyes up, always having a look. And again, just Harlequins' ability to keep the ball, recycle, win their one-on-ones as well. Every Harlequins player is just able to step, get a weak shoulder. Bristol at the moment aren't able to get that dominance in a tackle.
Should be easy enough for Langi Tuima just to add that 2 points. Well, let's have a quick word now with the assistant coach, Brent van Rensburg from Harlequins. Brent, you couldn't have started this game any better, could you?
Yeah, it's certainly gone well for us. I think we've held onto the ball well. If we can just continue to be patient and hold onto the ball and move it about, the opportunities will present themselves. I think the maul has worked well for us in the lineouts. We're getting a lot of go forward with some of our carriers. So, yeah, a lot to celebrate so far.
I mean, those red roses, the quality coming back in, the likes of Gallagher and Cocaine, that's just showing up the set piece and that driving more, those combinations and understandings working for you nicely.
Yeah, certainly, talented players with experience make a difference, and I'm quite sure there's more to come of them. The more that they get back into the rhythm of playing again and get the combinations to sync, the better they'll get more time in the saddle.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We'll let you get back to the game.
Thank you. Cheers.
Claire Malloy there that makes a brilliant tackle, but it's almost too good because she strips the ball and ends up in touch herself, which is really unfortunate. In games like this for Bristol, that you need a moment, you need something that just kicks in a bit of energy for this Bristol side. And Claire Malloy is so often a player to do it. You see her here, just grab Lauren Torley and then unfortunately takes the ball into touch herself.
And away. Great work.
There's a lot more. Brent van Rensburg, assistant coach, works across both the men's and women's. Going to chat with him in game. Tuima killed down those feet.
Great work.
Suspected she had a winger outside her. She may have given that ball, but it was Sarah Bonner, and great respect
And
to
away.
Sarah
Keep rolling.
Bonner.
Thanks, Ellie. Thank you. Perfect.
He's got just standing a little deep, as Mayhew has to just go and tidy things up from the Rosie Gallagher pass that was knocked on by Bristol, and then Scott puts boot to ball and just threads that one through. Just complete control at the moment, isn't there, from Harlequins territory? And Bristol's not even been in Harlequins 22 yet.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just smart. They've kept the ball really well in the danger areas, and they've had a probe, and then Emily Scott, we spoke about how good a footballer she is, just decides, actually, no, let's just give this one a nudge and put the pressure back on Bristol, because that's exactly where it is right now.
Forwards, wait, stop please. Stop please. Touch.
Bryony Cleo's back on. Andy Mulhern as well as making. Is that ball to Bonner? Now it's the speedster Torley and Tuima. Torley's doing so well. It's like a blocking runner.
Now let go.
Johns
Come back.
so close to getting that turnover, and then Bevan is making a nuisance to herself as well for
tackle, ball
Lucy
isn't attempted.
Packer. Here's Bryony Cleo. Again, building.
And tackle, let go, everyone. 8's got the ball, let go. Come back on side. Thank
Bristol
you.
turn this one over.
Great play.
Who's at the bottom of that one?
Play on.
Marston is there.
And away.
Sydney Pam as well. You can see those Bristol
Take a
forwards.
step, thank you.
It's been a long 27 minutes so far. Lark Davis, that's great hands from Lark Davis.
Hold on side.
One of the Red Roses in-house bakers.
And use it, please. Backwards. You've got to clearly release first, please.
But here we are back in 10-metre line area. It's a wobbly one.
And a tackle, let go on the
Marston
floor.
and Shauna
Thank
Brown.
you.
Former Commonwealth thrower. That's not an easy rep. Scott was on the right-hand side and decided to come down this left-hand side. Wasn't too many options on the right. Shauna Brown just drops it for Sarah Bonner. Then Marston does get her turnover in the end and
No tackle.
rolls herself over halfway. Bevan, is that a little nibble on the floor?
First one, offside.
The Harlequins are offside anyway, to the relief
Was a
of
knock on.
Kieran
Offside first of
Bevan.
all.
There was a lot in that, wasn't there? Passage of play and turnovers all over the place. But Bryony Cleo, just a lovely tip off the floor, such a talented footballer. And then Harlequins again, just shifting the ball down this near touchline.
Haven't got a clue if I'm honest.
Lauren
Ball,
Torley taking off,
please.
Langy Tuima, giving it the goosey. Beautiful offload back inside. Got a full toolbox of tricks. And then it was the turnover game. Ro Marsden getting 2. Again, release back on the ball. So good, so strong in that area.
You just clearly come off that ball, just makes it
Not
easy.
quite
I know
sure.
it's
That's a
pretty
pickpocket, that second
I'm
one,
not
isn't
quite
it?
sure if he came
But
off
again,
that, just talk
Bristol
about it.
need those moments at the moment. They need the ball, they need things, as I say, that with missed touch.
You're talking about things that they need. They needed that to go into touch, didn't they? They need their
Out
basics
forwards.
to be right.
Yep.
19 points down already. At the stoop against Harlequins. Got to get the nuts and bolts right.
Bring them on, out.
You can see that in one of two ways, can't you? That's Bristol making mistakes, or they pressure into making mistakes. They're already 30 minutes into this game, and there's just a sense that they need to try and do something. Go for that extra metre on the kick to touch.
Well, we spoke before the game. Bristol have averaged 7 kicks in play, you know, each game throughout this competition so far. And I think in that phase, we already saw 3 or 4. So you can tell already when pressure comes on, you start to do different things to perhaps your DNA, different things to what you've practiced throughout the week. And we're potentially seeing a little bit of that. When you feel pressure, kicking is a great way to relieve it. If it's well practiced, if it's well versed, and if you get good outcomes. And unfortunately, they've just not been able to get those.
No faith, there's no light show here at the big little house. We were supposed to be over the road, but the big game has moved here. Later on, Harlequins men and Bristol men go head-to-head. 3:45 for that one, and the Premiership Rugby, Gallagher Premiership Rugby continues coming your way on BT Sport on Friday. At 7 o'clock, Sale against Leicester in the post-Steve Borthwick era. Wigglesworth, decent outing for his first one, didn't he? And then Saracens against Exeter on New Year's Eve for you, 2:30 to get all the festivities up and running. A fascinating game that will be. And then New Year's Day, things have calmed right down. Just stick yourselves on the telly
line
for
out then,
Northampton
Queen's ball.
against Harlequins.
Okay, line out,
There by
Queen's ball.
Matson. You're looking forward to that one. He was due to be watching Home Alone 3, of course, but he's found that the Harlequins women is far more important, and rightly so. And I mean, we jest, Emily, but
Okay,
the
let's
teams
go.
at the top of the league, and you may correct me here, but from an outsider's point of view, the clubs that have fully integrated the programmes, the likes of Bristol, the likes of Exeter. Pat Land goes and watched your game against Bristol. You know, the men's director of rugby is there. Are the teams at the top of the table?
Yeah, they are, and you know, in order to grow programmes, you need to be well supported, and you need the infrastructure behind you in order to get all those nuts and bolts in place to then actually let the girls on the pitch go and do their job properly. And as you say, Bristol certainly, I was there last week in a Loughborough shirt, and Pat Lam was on the end of the pitch. Many of their boys come and watch as well. So yeah, it's great to see that one club unity from lots of these teams in the Premiership.
What a strong fend from Grace White. She's just about dragged back by Bonner. Strong running. Kakay looking
And let go
for
of
the
the
hat trick. She'll be denied this time, but you wouldn't bet against her. Conkle Roberts looking for her second. Around that right-hand side now. I think it's Gallagher with the latest drive towards that try line.
Try. It's on the line there.
But he's given it away, Barnes.
Just on the line now.
Right on the line. And it's Bryony Cleal. And again, like the previous try, just a sense of that was coming.
Yeah, what I like about that one is the movement of the ball initially. You know, Harlequins have found a strength, an upper hand in this driving maul that they've been able to utilise so well so far in this game. But actually, it comes out from the driving maul, then they're able to shift it and give their ball players like Ellie Kildern, Freya Orkin in that outside channel, just the ability to go and take someone on one-on-one. It's a brilliant fend. Bristol defenders come back well to not let her go over the try line, but just that in and out, big fend, powerful runner, and then the ability to stay in touch, importantly, recycle the ball, keep hold of it to let your big girls like Bryony Cleal, etc., come to the party 1 metre out, and she's incredibly hard to stop from there.
Another one who's very, very happy to get a 5-pointer. The post has denied Langi Tuima. As you say, it's a very, very strong, wasn't it, from Freya Orkin, England under 18 representative. Whizzing down that right-hand side. Seven visits to Bristol's 22. 24 points. The 2 zeros for Bristol tell their own story.
And use it. Advantage. Okay, that was holding on. First one holding on.
Penalty
6
to
on his
Harlequins.
feet. And then,
At that breakdown,
sorry if I got it wrong, my fault.
Pre-match ramble.
6 on her feet.
Hoping people switch on for kick-off, but talking about Malloy and Anna Johns, their ability on the ground, but at the moment they just can't get near it. It's the likes of Shauna Brown who are bossing that breakdown area.
Yeah, look, the biggest thing for Bristol at the moment is they've just got to keep possession when they have it. Normally so good at it. But you can just see the speed of Shauna Brown. She beats Simi Pam there. She beats the first attacker to the breakdown. And as soon as you've lost the race, it's incredibly hard when somebody like Shauna Brown is over the ball, because she's so strong.
Just move her.
Got to win the race, got to have that just a little bit more urgency to get there first. And Shauna probably doesn't even have a go at it then.
Who's in? Who's not? One of you drop.
All the pearls of wisdom, driving line-outs, breakdown work from you, Emily. It must be Christmas.
That's right. Out you go. There you go. Thanks, Catherine.
And again, that driving line out is set up. Been able to do it at the frequency and guaranteed nature that they have done today, Harlequins. With the line out being shaky. Who's in there?
Let go,
Claire Malloy.
let go, Bristol. Let go.
It's going to have to be the back. Tuima. Scott was out the back, wasn't she?
And away, tackle
Tuima has to take it herself. Conkle Roberts this time. Pads it on to Scotland international Sarah Bonner.
This loss is just stuck under everyone.
Again, it's exemplary communication. You'd expect from Dwayne Barnes, man who's got his golden carriage clock now, isn't he, on the mantelpiece? Some service to the game.
Mark's there if you want it.
That's better from Bristol. If they conceded there, it's pretty much game, set and match.
Yeah, that's the play they need. I'd just love to have seen a bit more energy surrounding it as they've quick tapped and gone. Just a bit more energy around those big moments. Really important for Bristol, those moments. Claire Malloy so good over the ball. I like this variation, running it out. Got to keep hold of the ball.
Snowsill.
Let go now.
Forwards alongside Emma. Who's one of them, just a straight replacement for Sarah Byrne with that shoulder complaint.
Got it.
Aside from Torley, those seatbelt tackles be a penalty. We are playing advantage again.
It's penalty advantage whenever we want it.
That advantage being played by the officials.
Just high tackle. You got it now, okay.
Just rides up, doesn't it? Usually on the shoulder and into the neck area. Look at that from Emily Scott and Ellie Kildunn. Scott, skill of the highest order, and then a 50-22. Just to top it all off.
Look, if there's anything that typifies this first half, it's probably that play. Bristol not able to make touch by a phenomenally acrobatic Emily Scott.
Let's go.
Keeping the ball in, and then Ellie Kildunn, just the awareness and the level of execution. You can see the desperation in Kira Bevan. She knows how important it was to try and keep that ball in. Pressure again.
It's a privilege. Driving line out. O'Hearn's trying to get in there, but in the end, it's a free run to the hat-trick for Amy Cockayne, and we're not even at half-time yet.
Yeah, she's pretty good at that job, hanging on the back. I'm told there's a lot more skill in it than most people appreciate, but yeah, she's so good at it. But again, it just comes from moments. Bristol missing touch, Ellie Kildunn executing her kick, gives them an opportunity. And 7-8 metres out with the quality that this Harlequins pack have, and the strength they've shown thus far in the game in their rolling maul. You see Rosie Gallagher up front. She's the heartbeat of that. Bryony Cleal, grimaces on their faces, working so hard to give Amy Cockayne that opportunity.
You've just got to feed the forwards, haven't you? You've just got to keep them little nuggets for them to keep going. And when Ellie Kildunn put that ball down for a 50-22, the smiles and applause from the Harlequins forwards. They've rewarded that acrobatic skill. Got the sat-nav right now to Tuima. That conversion. 29. Bristol unable to trouble the scorer so far. They've only won one of the last 7. Bristol against Harlequins. It was at the Stoop though last season.
Lay on.
Both won away from home.
So unfortunate. Phoebe Murray gets up so well when they need again another moment to get the ball back, and unfortunately just bounces. The bounce of a rugby ball just bounces back into Harlequins' hands when things are going your way.
Gallagher, great hands initially. Rangi Tuima with a little half break in this game, just breaking up on the eve of half-time. Bevan. There's Amber Reid and Simi Pam.
No tackle, play
Straight
on.
and direct, and she's able to get back up again. There's no tackle.
Now let go.
Again, it's Harlequins driving. Bristol just not there in numbers. And it's an easy turnover for Harlequins. And they put that ball out of touch, and that will be it for the first half. Our first half dominated by Harlequins. That man, Dave Ward, a former Harlequin.
Absolute ripper. A little sausage.
It's a busy festive period of rugby here on BT Sport, and Rugby Tonight is back on New Year's Day. Chris Robshaw, he's going to join us in the studio. Busy old fella, he's with us today as well for the men's game coming your way at 4:15. Any questions for Chris? Anything about rugby? A lot of changes coming our way. Men's game, women's game, just anything rugby related. We want to hear from you at BT Sport, hashtag Rugby Tonight. 5:15 on BT Sport 1. Let's get back to this one where Harlequins are in complete control. 5 tries, 29-0. They lead the Bristol Bears. Let's rejoin Emily Scarrett and Johnny Hammond.
Impressive, wasn't it, first half from Amy Cockayne and the rest of her troops? And enjoying themselves as well, Amy Cockayne. A very skillful player. Not
Less
quite
so
as skillful on the
dancer.
dance floor, I'm guessing. Certainly with those kind of moves. Shauna Brown, her last game, her last 40 minutes of competitive rugby. You guys can ask about what's shaved in the head after the match. No doubt we'll have a quick word with her, but there's some history in the last 7 games. Bristol have only won 1 between these two. And it's difficult to see a way back for Bristol. How exactly are they going to achieve it, Emily Scarrett?
Look, I think they've got to go back to the start. They've got to stick to what they're good at and their plan. And the difficulty coming out in a second half with a scoreline like this is you try and chase it, you try and grasp after every little bit. And that's not the best start for them there with an immediate turnover. But, you know, discipline starts creeping in when you're trying to chase a game, when you're trying to get the ball back at every single opportunity. So 40 minutes is a long time.
Just kept feeding Harlequins, didn't they? Just kept putting coins in the slot for Harlequins to keep doing what they're doing, and they needed no second invitation. Simi Pam, she's an inspirational figure. Working Christmas for her. Doctor in the NHS, she's inspirational figure.
No, take a step, thank you.
The work she does as a junior doctor through COVID times, but over Christmas as well. Splendid Christmas earrings though, Simi. Snow salt. It's well picked up, isn't it, from Burns. Poor pass, and Amber Reid has to go down and did
Now
well.
let go, thank you.
Because Mayhew was all over her. Good body position.
Let go, let go. Thank you.
Spring powerfully into the challenge. Marston.
Back.
Kira Bevan. Mulhern was yellow carded in that first half. This is very much Bristol, isn't it? 22, but still trying to run the ball. But importantly
Tackle
for them,
now.
I think psychological is just keep hold of the ball. First time they've reached double figures in terms of phases.
Forwards wait. Yep.
Snowsill. Brilliant World Cup she had.
Out
Killed
of
up.
ground.
Thought she was blocked by Marston, but referee Wayne Barnes has said carry on. Did it come off Simi Pam's ankles or the hand as well? It was the hand as well.
Just
in
lost
there.
forward.
And look at this great attacking opportunity for Harlequins. Scrum right in the middle of the park.
It's a great recovery tackle from Ellie Kildunn. The speed just gets her back into that game, but again, Bristol, most phases for them yet in the game they're playing, but they're playing them in their own 22, and that makes it incredibly difficult. The pressure on yourself is through the roof. Simi Pam's such a prolific ball carrier, so explosive when she gets the ball. But Bristol, they just look like they just lost a little bit of shape, just got themselves a little bit flat. If you're going to try and run from your 22, you've got to pull width. You've got to work extremely hard off the ball to give yourselves an opportunity. When you're struggling in a game like this, you might get 1-2 opportunities. You've really, really got to take them.
7 years here at Harlequins, Dave Ward. Players Player of the Year in the 13-14 season. Bit of time up at Sale and Northampton as well. And Bath, Cornish Pirates, where he learnt his trade. He was a player coach at Ampthill before applying for the Bristol job, post Kim Oliver. He's thoroughly enjoying it, of course. One of the leaders in his team is his own wife.
Okay, scrum then. Scrum
Abby Ward.
Not too big a lean, okay? Just make sure you're balanced on that point.
Well, luckily for him, she's an incredible player, isn't she? So I don't know if he'll ever have that conundrum. But yeah, I think there's a lot of line-up chat that goes on over the dinner table.
Bind.
These Christmas nights flying by.
Set.
Very enthusiastic about the women's game, though, Dave Ward. Killed up. Always looks enthusiastic on the ball, doesn't she? Really killed up. Feet to foot, and Lucy Packer beginning to motor now, isn't she? Back from New Zealand, here's Cleo with the Bryony variety. Bonner. He's taking these hard yards. Here's Cockay. Looking for a fourth try from slightly further out. Lucy Packer. Another useful snipe from her. They go crashing over yet again through Chloe Edwards. Try number 6 for the Harlequins. But again, we come down to the fact that it was a knock-on from Bristol that fed Harlequins the situation, the opportunity for the score.
Yeah, and the speed of ball that they're able to generate is causing Bristol all kinds of problems. They're having to tackle. 2-player tackles means both those players are on the ground. Nobody's able to get anywhere near that breakdown in order to try and slow it down. And then it's just consistently chasing tails. And it's so clinical from Harlequins. Let's also be fair. You know, just playing really, really simple rugby.
Was coming through. It's no foul play.
The retention of the ball from Harlequins is fantastic. Lucy Packer, I think she's been brilliant this afternoon, her first game back, just driving this side around. As I say, speed of ball and also taking those opportunities around the breakdown when they present themselves.
Yeah, the player down, she was the tackle.
blanket coats. For replacement for Bristol. Couple of changes at prop. Gwenny P, as she is known. Good purse. Rachel Taylor was trying to teach me to say that sound. I'm not sure I've nailed it with the Welsh Hoyle exactly, but Gwenny P is on.
And use it.
Hannah Swims used to be. Hannah West is on as well. And Lucy Burgess at scrum half, the local lady. River Bevan making way. Zizzy Mayhew makes way towards that 10-metre line. Scott now just switching play and looking very comfortable with ball in hand, aren't the Harlequins forwards?
Let go on the floor.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying the variation that they're providing in their exits as well. We saw in the first half a fake box kick from Lucy Packer, just trying to test the edge, the box kick itself, and again, just experimenting with the run-out option, able to find some good space. Izzy Mayhew just testing that Bristol defenders, not give them that template.
Packer on that turnover. And they feel a good opportunity here. Cockle rocks. Walker. Seen how powerful she is with that fen. Clearland, Shauna Brown. Gallagher. And then he's Scott. A little fake pull back to landing Tuima. Bonner was there. Now Tuima does get herself involved. Gallagher again carrying.
And let go.
Really surprised not to see her in the 23 for the World Cup final. Brown and Cleal again combining, and look at that offload off the floor, and then it's Robinson, the other back rower. Mayhew. Confident stuff this from Harlequins.
Great read as well from Renika Bonner on the wing there. Harlequins had that overlap. She makes the decision to come in, got to take them. Great read from her.
No, not now, thank you.
Gallagher, a little wraparound with Scott, and Orkin wandering around on a Christmas ramble looking for some work. Packer. Henry Scott again, and Kildare fizzing past, Tawny. It's got real pace, and then it's Mayhew. Harlequins looking again here.
Great work, 9.
Try number 7.
And let go. Great work.
Just building and building again, aren't they? It's wave after wave of attack.
Go on then, keep going.
Energy sapping stuff for Bristol. Bonner. Front 5 doing so much of this handling work. But it's a Bristol back rower.
Still in, it's still in.
It's Marston who's turned that ball over, and there's numbers and space as well. Snowsill tries to see it and give that ball. White. That's excellent defence from Ellie Kildare, because she didn't commit to the inside player. Just hovered, lingered with intent.
Looks all right.
Bristol have got some numbers on this left-hand side. Burns at Murray. And there's Lark Davis. Pass and give. Nye and Bonner. Oh, she's going to flick it inside. Oh, she's knocked the ball on, Bonner. Just couldn't take it with her. As the try line was beckoning, but that's so much better from Bristol. Identifying that space. But in the end, nothing's come from it.
No, it's still in, still in, still in.
Just gives us
Let's come back for the knock-on.
opportunity just to clear themselves to safety, Harlequins.
Oh, some brilliant attacking stuff there from both sides. Again, Rowan Marston in there, stripping the ball, brilliant turnover. Then Bristol's ability to see the space and take off. Probably the first time we've seen it in the game. Getting that ball to those white channels. Courtney Kite taking off again, backing herself, inside lift.
I don't know what.
just can't keep a hold of it. And that's the difference between the two sides. Harlequins really starting to free themselves up down the other end, and pretty much everything sticking. Bristol just not able to get the same fortune at the other end.
Monica Bonner there did everything right, didn't she? Apart from the final piece, the crucial bit. But she's one of those players with Grace White, described by Dave Waters. I had a chat with him this week. Exceptional. They run a daytime programme, Bristol, and they just turned up to training one day back in July. And now they're playing the 27th of December on BT Sport against Harlequins at the Stoop.
So we're going to come up a little bit higher and just that balance, please.
Her and Grace White, both Centre of Excellence graduates, aren't they? And I think that's the exciting thing, and the pathway that we're starting to see from some of these clubs in the Premier 15s, that ability for these youngsters to see it first and foremost, and then to be able to be part of the Centre of Excellence, and then actually graduate, for want of a better term, and play in the Prem 15s team. And what an amazing experience for these two youngsters.
Bind.
And it's one of the most pleasing aspects for Dave Ward in this Bristol squad.
Balance, please.
Is the levelling up of the players. Yes, he's got the top end, of course. He's got the Lark Davis, the Abby Wards, the Amber Reeds of this world, Claire Malloys, Sarah Burns. But actually levelling up that squad, the likes of Grace White, Bonner, just improving their level.
Say again.
It's an aspect that he's really been pleased with within his Bristol squad as Langley Tuima. Shows her class and rifles that one into touch.
1 and 11, please. Thank you.
Try scorer Chloe Edwards is coming off. Sherry Cooper on for her. And Lauren Tooley as well coming off. (36-0), 52 on the clock.
And move.
Bristol started the day in third. 3 wins from their
and
4
tackle,
games.
And away, thank you.
That loss to Gloucester Heartbreak. Not been great away from home. In the last 2, but lost the last 3 away, Bristol. Lucy Burgess, replacement scrum half, has come on. Murray, Marston, good hands from her. There's too many individual errors at the moment. Let's have a little word with Bristol's head coach now, Dave Ward. Dave, thanks very much for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
13 minutes into this second half. What did you say at half-time, and are they doing what was asked?
Yeah, look, we just said we've got to hold on to the ball, and again, just the story of our game, unfortunately, we're just not holding on to the ball for more than 3-4 phases. We're playing right into Quinn's hands, and they're doing exceptionally well in terms of their efficiency. And yeah, for us, we just said, look, let's go and put on a performance we can be proud of, and unfortunately, we haven't done that today for whatever reason, and it's just disappointing. Obviously, I see the girls week in, week out, the levels they get to in terms of training, and we're not, unfortunately, executing what we need to.
Can you put a finger on that, Dave, especially away from home in the last few games?
Yeah, look, I think it's a big emotional game for Quins in terms of where their intent is and where their energies levels are, and ours just haven't matched them. It's been as simple as that. Quins have won every 50-50 collision. They've come off every contact area in a positive vein, and unfortunately for us, in rugby, it's become pretty obvious that the scoreboard reflects that. And I said to the girls, go and score 4 tries, go and get a bonus point, and go and hold on to the ball. And that's still our intention. Look, we want to go and play, we want to put on a show, and we've brought some replacements on, hopefully to give us that bit of energy.
But you're glad to be back at the Stoop, Dave. Thank you very much for your time, really appreciate it.
No worries, cheers, Johnny, thank you.
I don't know if people will be buying him beers or the other way around post this game after the women, of course, the men. This double header as Emily Scott has gone off the field.
That's once.
Bella McKenzie on as well, so change of halfbacks. And the swords on as Amy Cockayne. Shauna Brown, who would deny her a try today? The Bristol players is the answer for now.
Short.
Robinson. Close Emily Robinson. The crowd finding their voice to get their team to go one more time. That's knocked on. They caught the Bristol bug.
Great break off the back by Amy Cockayne. Just good riposte from Bristol. First time we can probably say that this game in terms of the line-out drive, and then Shauna just going on one of her signature rampages off the back. Just ties in so many defenders. Just refuses to be tackled by the first, the second, the third tackler.
So tight hips, please. Good height.
And then how it's gone all day so far, you would have assumed Harlequins and their efficiency that Dave Ward just spoke about, they would have been over for that next try. But good Bristol defence. These are the little bits they've got to cling to now and take real heart and energy from.
Set.
Still 0 visits to the opponent's 22. Can score long-range tries, of course, Bristol. Started with a heavy win against Wasps. Lost to Gloucester Hartbury, and then DMP came next. Worcester was postponed.
Take a step, five, take a step, thank you. And use it.
Loughborough Lightning. A tight win, wasn't it? 31-26.
Backwards.
Burgess has got herself caught up. Marston. Athletic, had to be as well, didn't she? Brave. Put that into the equation. Just can't get themselves out here, can they, Bristol? Can't find a way out. Saying true to their DNA, though, to be fair to them.
Okay, right, got it. They've done it.
Amy Cockayne has had a bang. And immediately the medical staff
And
are straight in there, and rightly
Quins.
so.
I've got it.
Now Burgess has another opportunity here. It's rather laboured, isn't it? To Snowsill, and therefore Snowsill felt didn't have the opportunity to get the kick away.
And use it. Hands down.
SGS
Stay on them.
College Rugby programme. Couple of tries against Waston in the opening round
Penalty
game for
against
losing
you.
Burgess.
Go drag people in.
And then Bryony Cleal is penalised.
There's no complaints there. It's off her own players' foot, isn't it? Amy Cockayne is copping one on the head there. Oh, just as she comes in to clear her out, isn't it? Ouch, she'll feel that one. But again, it's just such hard work from a Bristol point of view. You know, the way they play the game, yes, it's possession based, and it requires a huge amount of work rate in order to do that. But for 6-7 phases there, they're just working unnecessarily. They're, you know, the energy expenditure within their own 22 for very, very little gain. They're lucky to get the penalty in the end because it gives them a really good out. As we see Amy Cockayne and Bryony Cleal both have very, very good games again this afternoon, leave the field.
As Caitlin Leaney is back on. Shauna Brown will finish this game at tie head. Started at 6. Caitlin Leaney will go into that back row. Versatility. She's never really wanted to be a tight head prop, did she? Very happy at 6, and there was an opportunity for her to go into that front row. Such a powerful athlete.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you come from a sport like the hammer or the shot,
Okay, let's go.
you're always going to be super, super powerful. Yeah,
Okay.
I think unfortunately for her, the wealth of talent that the English game has in the back row just meant that there was potentially not that opportunity for her there as what presented itself in the front row. But I mean, she took her opportunity with both hands. I think, you know, you think she's retiring now, but relative rugby years, she's still very young in this game compared to how long some of us have been
I
playing.
was going to say, yeah, you can take us in that sentence, that's fine. It's an uber experienced studio today with you
Take
and
a step, take a step.
Sunta.
And away.
We've got hits coming in from Harlequins. They want this to be a really special day, don't they? Oh, Sean about that. It's Bella McKenzie. There's Phoebe Murray. Great angle from Phoebe Murray, isn't that?
And away.
Try earlier in the season.
Backwards, play on, play on.
Last one, wasn't it, Phoebe Murray's excellent try. Through the midfield, you were playing 10, so... Burgess. Better from Bristol. Just not been their day.
It hasn't, and we've spoke about Bristol attack, and they've been a bit loose with the ball, especially around the contact area. But we've also got to credit the Harlequins' defensive effort. You know, they've kept square, they've kept strong, and the brilliant example of it there in terms of the breakdown and the turnovers, the finishers adding so much value as they come on. But their defensive effort today has been very, very impressive.
Okay. You say that the finishers, the impacted, whatever the latest buzzword is for the replacements.
Queen's
Arabella McKenzie coming on and making a huge, huge hit. Jerry Cooper there with the turnover. Corson just is getting worse at Bristol. French international, huge standing comes on.
She's a brilliant addition to this Harlequin side. She stood out at the moment in a 5-man line out, which is scrappy at best. But the opportunity to see her French 15s and 7s, probably more predominantly international, charging around. I remember playing against her when she was playing on the wing in 7s, and she's now a very accomplished second row, back row. So you can just imagine the pace that she has.
Then, of course, I had signed for Was, and we all know the demise of the club. Women's side still going, but haven't got one of those guaranteed places at the moment. I know we had this conversation. It's always really important to say at the moment. There's 8 confirmed teams, but can we push to 10?
Wait for the ball.
Was not in that mix, and I don't understand that. To get
Tackle
teams and programs that have longevity in them set up for that very rigorous process by all accounts. But now at Harlequins, of course, she's involved. Amber Reid. Oh, it's millimetre perfect for White. Flicks it inside. Murray into the 22 for the first time in the game, Bristol. 62 minutes in.
Penalty advantage.
Fabulous
Bristol,
weight to the kick from Amber Reid. They're screaming for it on this left-hand side, but again, the heavy hits are raining in from Harlequins.
And tackle, let go, please.
Sims. Burgess waits again, but it's slower ball.
Didn't see it.
Unlike the ball that Lucy Packers had to deal with most of the day. That's Murray again, and Reid. Bonner past us. Everything of her, she was up to it.
Okay, just lost forward there, back we come, penalty,
Lost
offside.
Forward from Bonner again. Again, huge pressure.
It's a lovely option by Bristol. We've not really seen it. Eleanor Snowso and Amber Reid both have it in the locker. Brilliant weight on that. And then the link-up play again. Phoebe Murray, we spoke about her before the game, and the super talented runner that she is with ball in hand.
Got it there.
But when you're struggling, you've got to find different options. They didn't have much go forward through the middle because of how good the Harlequin defence is. So, you know, throw in something different. I would have loved to have seen that much earlier in the game.
Quins.
But a huge opportunity for Bristol now to take something.
Okay, Bristol.
Determination from Murray as well.
Thank you. Who's in? Who's in?
This will be some
Who's in?
comeback.
Who's not? 2 metres then, 2 metres.
16 minutes left in this game. Score here, Bristol. It's not sevens, Johnny, come on. Lark Davis playing the Amy Cocaine role. Now they've got to go infield. They're over and they've scored. Today for the hookers. Anything you can do, Amy?
I mean, the pair of them have a raft of tries in an England shirt in exactly that role. And Lark Davies at her new club, second game for them, slotted in and doing exactly the same role. Good to see that energy from Bristol. Amber Reid, Phoebe Murray go flying in to add their assistance.
Yeah, 16 odd tries last season. Birth for Lightning. Great kick as well. Amber Reid did well here as well, just to bring it back in field because it was going towards the touchline.
Yeah, the control on that, just to, like you say, orientate it back towards the try line. Really, really impressive, and give something now to smile about as we see Lark Davies. But so good to see people like Amber Reid, you know, leaders of this squad, senior, experienced players stepping up. That lovely crossfield kick, that was the catalyst to start that whole momentum shift, get them down in the 22, and a brilliant conversion as well from her from the touchline.
47 tries between Lark Davis and Amy Cocaine in the white of England. That's bonkers, isn't it?
Tackle!
Who says the driving moors of strength? Marston.
Tackle now.
It's better from Bristol. Spoke to Dave Ward, didn't he? 4 tries. Come on, let's go and get a bonus point. Let's do something we can hang our hat on, because they've got a couple of weeks off now, and then a block of 9 games. It's a tough part of the season. Come mid-January. Player down injured, but player safely away, so... Malloy. I think it's King. King's on the field. Mark Davis, the try scorer. Grace White just had to wait on the pass. Stop the momentum of the run. It's those details, isn't it, that they will look to work on in the next couple of weeks, Bristol.
Yeah, I think sometimes as well you've just got to, you don't have good days in a rugby shirt. You know, the ball doesn't stick, it bounces a different way. And look, there's loads of things in there that they can control and they will be able to fix up, but sometimes, you know, individuals making mistakes, dropping balls that they've probably not dropped for the rest of the season. It's just one of those days sometimes.
And what do you say as captain then? What do you, if you're a Bristol captain out here now, what are you saying to these players to say, you know, let's take something into, you know, the next game, which is 14th of January against Sale at home and then extra away, and Sarries, Gloucester, Hartbury. It's a tough period. Yeah,
look, you just got to, you can't change what's happened, so you've just got to try and make yourselves and I guess the shirt you're playing for proud again. It's tough sometimes, you know, you don't always get the rub of the green, you don't always get, as I say, the bounce of a rugby ball, and Amber Reid will be definitely saying all the right things, and it's important that you are, like I say, still able to take something out of this game, not be it points or, you know, results, but a sense of momentum and a sense of, you know, actually this is how we want to play the game.
beginning part of last year. I hope she's okay. Of course, I wish her all the very best. Lucy Packer will have to come back on.
I hope Emily Scott was sharing some of her sweets with Lucy Packer, because she's the one that now needs them coming back on. It's a tough place to be, coming back on at this point in the game when you've been off for that long. Probably not kept that warm. Lucy Packer's still young though.
We won't see Emma Sword for the rest of the day. She is young, 22 years of age.
Scrum, Bristol ball.
22. She really grew into the game, didn't she, when she was on for her first spell? Quiet to begin with.
Okay, watch on, please, Bob.
What an easy period
That
it's
balance
been
last
for
time
her.
was perfect, thank you.
Controversy and opinions flying around about the Red Roses scrum half, but she's done everything, been everything asked of her, and now she's been asked to come back on the field for Emma Sword. So a nasty headache for Emma Sword. Hope it's nothing more serious than that. But Lucy Burgess, Bristol's number 9, firing it out for Phoebe Murray, who couldn't take it, but Amber Reid could.
And away.
Good from King. Flying downfield. Holly Phillips. Better from them.
Tackle now, away, away, everyone. Right, come this way, come this way.
There's that 22 again for Bristol. Agonisingly close. Great deal of trust in that Harlequins defensive line. Keeping their shape nicely. White. That's the area, isn't it? Has been all day. There's that tiny bit of space out wide on the flanks.
Yeah, and then once you're on top like that, you've got to get the ball away. You've got to have speed of ball to keep the momentum. Quins defenders not set yet. Just a bit slow, get caught at the base. It all of a sudden gives them a chance to reload, to reset, and come flying off the line again.
Advantage.
Not been able to keep hold of the ball, and it's not for the first time today. It really isn't for Bristol, and incredibly frustrating, not just for the players but coaches as well. Marston kicks into the hands. Langi Tuima.
Off the knee.
Oh, here she is, the footballing ability. She'll be shocked herself. She's connecting the head and the feet as Corsair comes away. Look at the fend and the skill, and then it's Gallagher. This is great from Harlequins. Kildare flies it infield. A little bit too infield, you'd
Charge down, play on.
Charge down again. Referee says play on. Burgess is there. Hugely entertaining game here at the Stoke as we go to the final 10 minutes. Hardly a moment to think, so much to talk about. Ball in play time off the chart. It's not to enjoy.
I mean, when you know it's not your day, that's probably the best example of it, isn't it? Getting through the ruck really well, kicking the ball to go straight into a Harlequin's hand. And it's just a little touch there from Langi Tuima. Very good, but a really good double play. Rosie Gallagher getting in initially for the strip in the tackle to get the ball back, link-up play. Yeah, chaos for that last couple of minutes there, just turnovers all over the place.
I like Harlequins. I like it. Change it up. Packer. Bella McKenzie. Maybe an outstanding World Cup. As did the Wallaroos. Always do it World Cups, don't they? Do very little in between World Cups and then turn it on. And she was excellent for them. Scored a fabulous try as well, didn't she? The other week against Saracens, and that excellent performance from Harlequins, and that's the kind of performance they put in again today.
Yeah, and she's really added a layer of depth to this Harlequin side. You know, gives them options at 10, gives them options through that midfield. You think Abby Dow, also on her way now to Harlequins. What a brilliant addition that's going to be. Scary, in fact, you know, arguably, in my opinion, one of the best wingers in the world, now joining one of the best clubs in the country.
Great work, thank you.
It was an okay try, wasn't it?
Tackle now, tackle now, tackle now.
It's Canada. World Rugby.
No, let go. You've lost Bristol, thank you, thank you.
Just credit to Claudia McDonald, you have to say as well. Both former Wasps. McDonald now at Exeter.
And away.
As you rightly say, yes. Abby down her way to the stoop. Corson just attracts 2 or 3 defenders, and then Shauna Brown gives the offload. And it just allows the speedsters to come into it. Kildare gets the return ball and races in for another fabulous try from the quarters. Been rampant today.
Yeah, no less than they deserve, especially those backs. They've not had a huge amount to do because the driving maul for Harlequins has been so dominant. But when they have had their opportunities, Freya Orkin, Ellie Kildare, Izzy Mayhew, they really have expressed themselves, taken the field in front of them. Corson, she's so athletic. She's such a brilliant player to have in your forward pack. Ellie Kildare, lovely straight in there. Izzy Mayhew back inside, and it's just the link-up play. There's always another option. There's always somebody else.
Tries good.
With wheels to get the ball back to. And it's really clinical from Harlequins. Their efficiency, Dave Ward spoke about it, but their ability to execute the chances that they've been given. And you look at the bench and the people either that aren't playing in Rachel Burford or the players that have already left the field, Amy Cockayne, Jade Conkle-Roberts, etc. Really strong looking side.
They lost to Worcester in round 1 and wins against Loughborough. Correct game against Saracen, Sale as well. Before that loss to Exeter last week. Much better second half performance from Harlequins. They brought that into this Bristol game. It's Bella McKenzie. What a kicking boost, isn't she, all the way from Australia? Shauna Brown.
Amber, just 1 second, please.
Leaves the field for the very last time in a competitive game. She's been exceptional. Ambassador for this club. For England, but also for this sport. Cannot wait to see what's on the other side of the page for your next chapter, Shauna.
Take a step, thank you. Use it, please.
Tough choice for player of the match. Emily Scarrett. At your peril, don't give it to her.
Hold on,
you won't get out alive. Bobbling around again. Been a little scrappy at times this second half, but Bristol have certainly come back into the game. Hannah Duffy is on.
Tackle, great work, thanks, Ate.
There we go.
Another
microcosm of today's game. Time for your player of the match, Emily Scarrett.
Yeah, look, really tough choice. I think there's been some really good performances. Jade Conkle-Roberts, Ellie Kildare coming to life at the end. But it all started from the forward power and the forward prowess and the driving maul. And it's probably not the obvious choice, but I'm giving it to Rosie Gallagher. I think her work rate around the park has been phenomenal. Her ability in that line out, along with Sarah Bonner, Emily Robinson, just to control that. That was the bit that got them really going in this game. Gave them that foothold. And as I say, her work rate continued throughout the game, so Rosie Gallagher.
Let go on the floor.
Just
Okay,
shored up that set piece, isn't she? Which has struggled for Harlequins. That line out, that combination between her and Amy Cockayne. But her running ability as well. She had an outstanding 2022, Rosie Gallagher. Well, player of the match here at the Stoop in the first of this double header. Big little game.
Fine, play on, play on.
There's some space there for Grace White. It'd be nice if Bristol could get themselves over that try line again. Molly Phillips with another run, the Canadian under-20 internationals. He's all action. He's Sims, Marston.
And away.
Anna Sims. Burgess. This is better from Bristol. Johns. Too much of her. Overlooked by Johan Cunningham for the World Cup, but putting it in for Bristol is Murray. Johns again. Corso trying to hold her up. Reed. Burns had to take it high, and then Joanna Smith scooped it away. Grace White. Oh, right, is away. Oh, she's through the tackles. And Bristol do finish with a flourish. Grace White. She's looked threatening whenever she's had the ball, hasn't she, Grace White?
Barnsley try.
Bristol. Really nice try in the end. A little too late, but a nice score.
Oh, what a finish. Thought Izzy Mayhew made a brilliant read there, but just Courtney Kate the ability to get the ball out wide, and Ellie Kildone won't want to see that one again, but just the power and pace from her to finish that. What a special moment that is. Dave Ward spoke before the game, just the changes he'd made and the raw ability he feels these two wingers have got, and we saw it in all its glory there.
Totally on you when you're ready. Okay?
Added the two as well. Talking about strike rates of hookers earlier on, but it's her sixth Premier 15 game today, Grace White. Her fifth try, that was. A couple against Wasps and DMT. Now one against Harlequins as well, and once you remember, just 19 years of age, these Bristol wingers. There's some more space on the field, isn't there, for this Bristol style of play. Mallory can't take it. 26-43 last May at Aston Gate. Harlequins won, and here at the Stoop it was 5-24 to Bristol. But there was just something special in the air today, wasn't it? When you arrived here, Shauna Brown announces in the week that she's off. And she's such an engaging character, effervescent character, and that has just seemed to have just bubbled all over this squad and all over this ground here today, and it was just their day.
Yeah, everyone will have wanted to send her off in style. You know, she's incredibly fortunate in order to pick her ending. And I'm sure if, you know, however many years ago she wanted to do that, it would have been here. It would have been on a double-header game. And the ability to go out like that, the girls would have really got around her. She brings such an energy to any squad. And you can't not get wrapped up and embroiled in it and carried along with it. So she's going to be a huge loss to this side, no doubt. But I think the girls have done her proud, as she has done herself proud today.
Set. Wait for the ball.
Signed Bryony Cleal just to cover that one off for the Red Rose. Embarrassment of riches that the Harlequins have, but really healthy wins it for the Harlequins.
Tackle, everyone away.
Team one place above them coming into today.
Got to be on your feet. Got to be on your feet.
Another person we should. I mean, Barnes has had a good game, hasn't he? But it is very different than a women's game. More ball and play time, different things to focus on. A little chat with him before the game. And that's what we were talking about. But unfussy, great communication as ever.
Really good communicator, and I think that's certainly for me
Who's
been
your
really
receiver?
apparent. You can hear him throughout the game, and players respond to that command or that order. You know, hands off, they take their hands off, and we're able to play rather than a penalty at that breakdown. So I hope he's enjoyed it. I hope he'll want to come back, and long may that continue.
Take the line out, as they did earlier in the game.
Back you go, 70.
Go third here, Harlequins right now with this win. Bonus point win, 7 tries.
Yeah, but don't change your mind. That's once. Don't change your mind. Get out now. Get out now. No, you.
Stop, says the
Okay, use it,
referee. Need
use
to
it.
get it going again. Lucy Packer says that's enough of that. Beth Blacklock whips it out. Oh, they're going to go through. Bella McKenzie. And there's one of those lovely, fancy Christmas bows on the top of this result for Harlequins. Scored a fabulous one against Saracens now. Good one against Bristol as well.
Thanks for using it.
Yeah, just backs herself, doesn't she, on that outside arc. Really good acceleration out of that first tackle. Able to get the fend on a high tackle. And just a really good bit of icing on a very good cake for Harlequins this afternoon.
Yeah, and the conversion to come. She does have that ability. We saw that at the World Cup. First 2 or 3 steps. She's very, very elusive. Moving down in Guildford with Caitlin Leaning. Emily Chancer on her way in January. She's hit the post. Bella McKenzie can't get to the 50. Harlequins, but that is a very, very good bit of festive work from